Hello, my lovelies. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. It is Sunday, October 13th. Yeah. So it's been a quiet day. I've got some stitching done yesterday, and so here we are. I've decided I'd go ahead and record. The light outside is pretty decent. My neighbor upstairs is mostly quiet, and hopefully the cat will be quiet. She was up here in her little bed for a little bit, and then I tried to get settled, and she started going kind of crazy, crawling on the back of my chair and chewing on my hair. So I don't know, she may pop in, she may start yelling, I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So I'm the Snitch Stitcher. My name is Kim. I am in the Dallas area, and I freaking love cross stitch. I will talk about it ad nauseum. Just ask some of my friends, because they're like, okay, yeah, just can we talk about something else? Anyway, so I do stitching. I do other crafts. Primarily, this is about stitching. Hence FlossTube. But there is possibility that I could drop a bad word or three. So just fair warning if that's not something you're into. And I'm also about snark. So if that's not your thing, sorry. Anyway, but if you do like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button. It gives me a little happy juice. I mean, and we all need that in the world. So if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. You already know what you're in for. So, here we go. So I have a lot to show you guys this week. I've been doing quite a bit of stitching, and somehow, for the person that really doesn't do stitch-alongs, I'm more of a start-along kind of gal. I'm about to start my 4th stitch-along today. I don't know who this person is. This is not who I am, but apparently it is me now. So here we go. But so there's 4 different ones. 3 of them I've already started, and one, like I said, I'm going to be starting today. I'm starting it with some other stitchers, so it's going to be interesting. And then I've had a couple of questions that people have asked me about how I keep up with my projects. I kind of keep up with them in hours, about how many hours I stitch, and I do it very, very loosely, because I don't really care, but it kind of lets me see what I'm doing with my day. But I do stitch most days. There are some days I just don't feel like it. I'm too tired, or other stuff is going on. I have to be an adult. That part sucks. But, it is what it is. So I've started several years ago. I started with the Black Needle Society. Well, and this one has been covered by Flamingo stickers, of course. Planners. And then I've also done digital planners. And then this last year I did a happy planner. And the happy planner I really like because it gives me a lot of options. It does have in the beginning of it, this one is the vertical, I believe that's what it's called. But it has like all these different days. Each day of the month, so September and August, July. Anything that's yellow is something I've started or finished. But I kind of write down what I've worked on that day, like Queen of Thread. Different things, anything with an X means I didn't stitch that day. So, and if I have multiples, I kind of squeeze them in there. And I also do, that's just basic information, but I do also, I started this year, because of health issues that I had last year, at the end of last year, I started trying to track kind of some of what I'm eating during the day, things like that, different stuff that I've got going on in my life. I'm not a huge planner person, but I do have like, on the main bits, I do have kind of what's going on, birthdays, things like that, when I'm going to be recording, people's birthdays, monthly challenge, that's for my local stitchy group. I have a retreat coming up. And then we've got our Zoom, the Queen of the Needle SAL Zoom. So I have that kind of information. And then, I have the vertical, and please don't judge me on what I've been eating, because I've been eating like crap. But it's a good way. It's kind of what I'm stitching on, what's going on, my food, what time I'm going to bed, and what time I'm getting up. Kind of gives me an idea of my schedule. And then I have, if I'm doing audiobooks or if I'm watching TV, and then FlossTubes that I'm watching. So it makes it kind of neat because with the food stuff, it kind of helps me see what makes me feel different ways. I had some issues with a really bad infection at the end of last year. my blood sugar was way up because of the infection, and I wasn't eating well. So my doctor was telling me that I was diabetic. I may have been pre-diabetic, but my blood sugar was up high, but we're thinking pretty much it was the infection. So now that I've kind of updated my diet and eating a little bit better, I'm not having to take any meds for it. I'm not having to take cholesterol meds. I'm not having to take any of that because with diet and just paying attention to what's going on and getting rid of that infection, it made a big difference. So this is just the way that I do it. I have some friends that do a lot with planners, and I've never really been good at being consistent with them. This so far has been the most that I have done was this year. But I do like being able to keep up with the projects that I'm working on, so that, I'll pull something out and it's like, I haven't worked on it in a while. Well, when was the last time I worked on it? That kind of thing I can kind of see. There is a program that I did download. It's the Notions app, and there's a Notions template. I'll have to look that up and I'll bring it up to you. One of these other ones, I'll kind of go through it with you. I had gotten it all updated, and then when I got sick, I didn't use it at all. And so it's kind of gotten out of whack, but it shows all your floss. It shows your fabric. You can do progress pictures on your projects and everything. It's really cool. It's really, really neat. So, and then another thing that people have asked me about, because I have a needle minder obsession. I've kind of slowed down on it some, but, and I have needle minders with all of my projects. Some of them are duplicates, like my stab and gab ones. I made a whole bunch of those. We did them for Christmas last year, and then I had some others that were fails and they were lopsided. And I'll just slap them on a project. But I have this old cookie sheet, and it's a heavy duty one that was spray painted. I don't know. And this is kind of where I put my needle minders. So I've got a lot of different ones, from big ones to small ones. Some of them are really not as used as often. This girl here is from Nessa's Needle Minders. There's actually a couple from Nessa's. This one's from Nessa's. It's got my name. But we've got all kinds of good stuff from our retreats, different things like that. Of course, my Alice in Wonderland and a whole bunch of other ones. But it's a good way to do it. And then I can just slide it down here next to my desk, and it's out of the way. I thought about hanging it up, but I was afraid that it would fall down because it is kind of heavy. That it's an old baking sheet, and it was just spray painted. It was like a base coat and then splotched. I mean, it's nice. When I've painted some little wood ornaments or little wood pieces and turned them into fridge magnets, things like that, and I use that to display them on. So I think I got it at the thrift store or a yard sale for like $1/4 a bazillion years ago. But you could do it with any kind of baking sheet. Or any kind of metal piece like that. That just works for me. And the nice thing about it being kind of dipped down in there, if it does fall over, for the most part, all of the needle minders are down in it, so nothing's getting busted or hit directly. So anyway, so let me get on to, let's get on to the stuff. So when I was talking about before, there's 3 whips or 3 SALs that I'm working on. I've been putting pictures up. If you want to see what I'm working on day to day, I do put pictures up on my Instagram, and it's the Snitch Stitcher. So you can kind of see progress pictures of what's going on. One of the ones I'm almost caught up. I keep on saying that. And every time I say that, then, another day happens. It's the 31 Days of Poe SAL. And it's by Witch's Garden Crafts, or Witch's, I think I'll put the info in the deal. And it is on a blue fabric. And of course you can kind of see through it, but it is really cool. So I'm missing, there is supposed to be, let's see, there's another frame that's going to be here. There's another frame over here. And I've got most of the stuff I'm working on. This is the Usher House. So it's got a lot of different stuff. It's been really cool. I think my favorite so far, honestly, has been the heart. It's really cool looking. I'm doing this 1/1, and this is of course, I don't have my little sheet with me. I think it's a 32 count linen. This is not my favorite linen. It's just a random blue linen that I had. I probably got it at a stash sale, something like that. And I don't have it in a bag. Normally, y'all know me. I'm always talking about Tanya and her bags. This one is pretty much a stay-at-home project because that fabric is kind of difficult to see. So I have a bunch of these little Dollar Tree little guys, and I just keep my floss in there. And then I just put my project right here on top, and then I'll use it I use my heavy duty glasses. I've got like 3X glasses that I use on this and my light and everything. And I'll just put this off to the side and grab it when I'm ready to work on it. And I do this a lot of times with my at home projects, especially if they've got several bits of DMC, because otherwise you're always digging in the bag, and sometimes I'll put them on a ring, but this is just the easy way to do it for me. So that's what works. My other SAL. Okay, y'all, I suck at sewing zippers. I suck at sewing, period. I mean, I can do okay. I'm not good at sewing a straight line. So I decided a couple of years ago that I was going to try to do a couple of bags. I think they were using like a fat quarter or something like that, a fabric. And I was going to put zippers in, and I wanted to do a French seam on the inside. One bag turned out really good. The first bag, however, is what I call the bastard bag. This is the bastard bag. Now, it does look really cute. It looks really cute. It's a cheesy plastic zipper. I mean, it's not anything fancy. It's just that plastic, and it kind of, But on the inside, it's supposed to, so the French seams, it's supposed to not have like a big pokey out. Well, when I did it, I didn't pay attention, and I ended up having to do the seam again because I had raw edges in there. So it's been affectionately called the bastard bag because I probably called it a bastard several times. And it didn't turn out as good as the other one. This one's like an inch smaller, top to bottom, side to side, at least, than it should be. But, it is what it is. So this one is the Queen of the Needle SAL. I am doing this with Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO Tammy. Y'all hear me say Tammy all the time. And there was one of my subscribers, I believe it's Britches Get Stitches, reached out, watched Tammy. She just did her first FlossTube. She's doing freaking phenomenal. Okay, I have to admit, I'm a smidge bit jealous. This girl does one video and she is shooting off, which I knew she would, because she's freaking fabulous. And I am so excited for her. But I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. But it's like in the best way. And not like in a selfish, but she just blew it out of the park, and I knew she would. And I'm so excited for her. And it's in the way that, everybody has shown love. There's people that have shown love for me. They've shown love for her. They've shown love for all especially so many of these new FlossTubers. It has been freaking amazing. And it's just great to see all this love. So anyway, we started doing this SAL. And so I got a new printer. It's a little picture printer. Let me see if I can get this to zoom in. And of course it doesn't want to, but it takes pictures off your phone, and then it does it into a sticker. I like this because then I can put it on the back here, and I can remember, okay, this is what it is. Especially when I'm done with the project. A lot of times I'll file these cards back in my little file folder so I can kind of see what's going on. So these are my file cards, and I go through and put, who it's by, start, finish, FFO date, my linen, what it is. Let me see if I can get this to zoom. It's not wanting to. All the different colors, and I'm not using the called for colors. I'm not using them. I think they call primarily for weeks, and I'm not a big fan of weeks. I think part of it, there was only 5 yards versus 8 yards for everything else, and I prefer color and cotton. I prefer gassed, that kind of thing. But anyway, so on these cards, I also do like I'm doing a SAL with Tammy, my hashtag. All my information. We're doing the Zooms on Tuesday nights in October. So you can find, I'll try to remember to put the link in my, in the recording notes down below. I'm pointing down below. Can't you see them? Yeah, I know I'm crazy. And I also we're putting up notes and stuff on Instagram as well with the link. The link is on my profile in Instagram as well. So even if you're not stitching the SAL with us, bring something you're stitching on, come hang out with us while we're working on our stuff. So let me shut up about it and about all that other stuff and show you what I'm working on. So 32 count linen, it's Faun by Picture This Plus. Like I said, I am doing my own colors. I haven't gotten much done. So this is her dress. Y'all, this is a big hawking dress. I was like, am I ever going to get to the end? It's really not that big. But when I've gotten some of my projects I'm able to do, it's not over dyed, it's just regular DMC. So I'll do, half leg and then come back with the other leg. Well, with this being over dyed floss, and I want to get the maximum effect on it because this is a really pretty blue. you know, you go X by X. So I have to like stop my brain. I'm going, some of this stuff I'm doing like 1/2 or 1/1. And then now I'm doing 2/2, full X. And I'm like, what? What am I doing here? But I am really liking it, and I need to get some more work on it. She's probably going to be my work project this week, the one that I work on at lunch. But here's the colors. Like I said, it's not the called for colors. I just kind of pulled what I thought was close. And I kind of like did this color for like the hair because this is closer to my hair color, that kind of thing. So it's really neat. And of course, you know, like I said, she's going to be living in the bastard bag because that is the way the world works. It fit perfectly. I've got so many freaking projects that either I'm going to have to spend like a small fortune with Tanya to get some more bags, or I don't know what I'm going to do. So one of the other SALs that I'm doing is the Threads of Deceit. I've got it. There's pictures on my Instagram. I'm not going to pull it off of the scroll frame that I have it on because I have it wrapped perfect right now for the next drop. So it is the Threads of Deceit by StitchMe. It has been really cool. It's a mystery stitch-along. You have 3 characters to pick from. If you're wanting to get in on it, the information will be down in the notes, but I think you could pick up on it pretty quick. It doesn't take real long to do. It's a 6-week stitch-along. We're about to start our 3rd week, and it's really neat because each of the characters you're getting a different part of the story. So there's a group of us, including Kelly, Don't Run with Scissors, and Tina Fraser. We're doing, we've got a Facebook group where we're kind of chit-chatting about all of this to see what we think and what's going on, and kind of share our progress with each other. So you get to pick your colors, or they do have colors that you could do. There's just 5 colors and it's pretty simple. So if I remember, I'll try to put a picture in, but I can't guarantee because I'm not good at editing. So my other item that I'm working on, and I'm getting closer on this one, y'all. And of course it's in a Tanya bag. This is one of my favorites. I just love this. This is Strength and Dignity. See, I did it. No diggity. I am getting closer. This is a really bad copy of it. But she is really pretty. Really, really pretty. I'm doing this, and it is on a... Where's my card? Where is my card? Shame on me. I must have taken my card out. Because, y'all, I have my project cards with everything, and I don't know what I did with her. Anyway, I believe this is a 28 count linen. I'll have to look and see, but I'll put it in the notes, of course. These pale pink flowers are so pretty, but I'm kind of worried that they're kind of blended in a little bit, that you really can't see them. They're doing pretty good. Let me see. Come on, zoom in. Zoom in. But, oh. Let me do this where you can actually see the whole thing. Y'all, this is how my day has been today. There we go. It's a little wrinkledy, but she is looking really pretty. I really like her. And this is one of the ones that I'm going to be sending to Tammy, to FFO for me once I get it finished stitching. I've got to remember today, I've got to take some pictures to show her what I'm going to be sending her, so that she can start shopping for those and figuring out what she's going to do, because I know she'll come up with an amazing plan, because she always does, because that is Tammy. So I showed you guys this one that I wanted to start, and I have finally started it, and I got on a roll with it because I had several hours of meetings the other day, and they're all Teams meetings, and most of them I was not presenting, or every once in a while I'd have to pop in and answer something, but for the most part I needed to listen, and it's difficult for me to work on other work projects while I'm on these calls because I need to be listening and kind of processing, but I can stitch and do that. So I started Freddy Mercury because I love Queen. I love Freddy Mercury. So it's really cool looking. I'm about to start on this background, and I do like the background. It needs the background. Okay, and this is just some little generic bag that it was just the first one I could put my hands on. Tanya is going to look at this and cringe when she sees. And like I said before, I've got my little card, and then I have my little picture on the back. I love this little printer. This printer is probably going to end up costing me an arm and a leg, but it's really neat. It's a zinc paper. You don't need color cartridges, It's not like super great quality and the color is not dead on or anything, but it is kind of neat for stuff like this. And I have a feeling I may be taking it to a couple of retreats so we can print pictures. Print pictures? I swear my mouth does work. Let me take a sip of water because, and of course it's flamingos. It says I love stitching. My wonderful EGA president, absolutely freaking amazing woman, Diane. She she had a supplemented printer and she did these when we signed up, or basically re-signed up for the year for EGA. And I did the little drawing, or I think it was spinning the wheel this year at Stitching Texas, and won this. And because it's perfect for me because it's freaking flamingos, hello, and it's I love stitching. But she also, Diane, so she publishes under Diane Oren. She has just published her second book, and it is the beginning of I believe a 3-book series. And I believe it's How to Date a Mermaid. I will put the information down below. Y'all, she's already had 1 book out, Arrivals and Departures. It is super freaking cute. It's rom-com. It is amazing, and it's really exciting. And I even have like an autographed book from her. So when she becomes this best-selling author, I can say, look what I have. So when it's worth lots of money, yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to Freddy. So Freddy Mercury. So here we go. Come on, let's zoom in. So look at the colors. Okay, so that is 3 strands. Y'all. After been stitching recently on 28, 32, 36 linen and doing like 1/1 or 1/2, going 14 count and having to do three strands. And the only reason I'm doing the 3 strands is because of the color for the cat. It is on 14 count, but this seems so huge after some of the stuff I've been working on. But that color is amazing. And I'm supposed to be French knots up here. Y'all, I hate French knots. I suck at them. None of mine are ever even close to the same. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing some beading on here, but I still need to do the background, and then I've got to finish doing back stitching here, and I've got to do his whiskers. So this is going to still need a little bit of work. I'm going to work on getting the white stitches in first, and then I can just brain dead fill in the green, which may be what I'm working on. Thursdays are my meeting days. I have a lot of those on Teams, so I may be working on those some if I have time and I'm able to. So there's Freddy Mercury. So I was talking about another SAL that I'm getting ready to start, and I'm going to be starting this with Don't Run with Scissors, Kelly. That's what she is on YouTube, and Tina Frazier on YouTube. They're both FlossTubers. They are awesome. And then we're starting it today. I have kitted it up. I'm not 100% sure how this is all going to work out. I have a plan. And it is called Jacqu Del Lantern. It's by Barbara Sestock. It's actually from the 2019 Keepsakes cross stitch calendar. And there was a pattern in there. And from what we understand, there's supposed to be a female version of this, but nobody has been able to lay eyes on it. So I don't know if it exists or not. I'm sure Kelly will find it. So this is Jacqu Del Lantern. It gets where we don't have a lot of color in there. So he is awesome. The only thing is I really did not want to stitch this full coverage because all of that, look at all the background back there. That's a lot. I'm not a full coverage person. So I decided in my infinite wisdom that I wanted to do it on a modeled piece of darker fabric. And then I'm just going to, maybe the lines of the background, it's got like the kind of like diamondy looking effect. I think I may stitch those. So this is the fabric. Oh, and that's pretty darn close. This is Echo from Picture This Plus. And I thought that would be a fabulous background fabric. So then I can do Jacques and get him in there in his little suit and his I don't know if that's I think it's an umbrella. I don't know. Walking stick, cane, whatever. So I'm going to be starting this evening, and because this is on a darker fabric and I haven't decided yet what I want to do, how I want to do it, I haven't put them in a bag yet. So right now, kind of like the other one, I've got my at-home little kit. These work so good. And by leaving the card in there, you always know what project it is. And so then I can just fold it up and put all my stuff together. And I have it on my little table. And for the most part, Ami leaves it alone. Mostly. She knows better. So I've been wanting to pull out some other projects, some older projects, older whips that I have. Y'all, I'm still showing y'all whips. I have a bucket still over there of whips. I have new stuff, I have old stuff, I have all kinds of stuff. So this is one that I started. Julie, I know you're going to come for me because Julie and I started this on the same day. On the same day. And she's been done for like a year. Oh no, and I don't even have the date that I started this. Holy cow. Anyway, I believe it was like 2022. It is Reflections of New Orleans. And it's by Ink Circles. They are fabulous. And okay, so this picture is great. This is the pattern. So you have the masks, you have the Jester's hats, you have the crawfish, you have the fleur-de-lis. I mean, you have all kinds of wonderful stuff in here. And it is gorgeous. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to start it on. But one of the great things about having a fabric subscription is that you get colors that you normally would not maybe purchase. And that is where I ended up coming up with this 36 count Edinburgh linen. It's gilded by Mystic Fabrics. And y'all, unfortunately, the camera does not give this justice. That's getting a little closer. But I am doing this with, okay, so the whole New Orleans, it's gold, green, and purple. Those are your colors. It's for prosperity, and I can't remember off the top of my head because, of course, when I want to think about it, I can't think about it. 4505 is the floss, and it's the purple and gold, or purple and green on the gold. Come on, zoom in. Please behave. It's beautiful. Like I said, I started this, I believe it was 21, 22-ish. Julie's been done with hers for a couple of years. Julie, I'm pulling it out. I'm going to start working on it again. Okay, so I've got almost like the center section, but there's still like a whole big outside section done. And it's because of, I've been really trying to plan how I wanted to do the path with the colors, how it color changes. And so I want to do X by X. So yeah, it is what it is. So another one that I started 5 million trillion years ago, because starting is, like I said, I'm really good at starting. It's just, you know, getting further along. And this one I started in February of 2022. My idea was, so I don't normally decorate for Christmas because I'm usually at my mom's. And I have a cat. So decorating for Christmas is not always a good option because she's older, so she doesn't necessarily get in the tree, but she still does make a mess with it. And she does still play with the ornaments occasionally. So when I do have them, I don't usually have breakable ornaments. So in my infinite wisdom, when I came across this pattern, I thought it was super cute. And it's an Advent calendar. It is by Little Fox Stitch. So this is what the picture looks like here. Let me see if am I going the right way? Of course, it's not going to work right. This is not the best image, but it had like all these different little motifs, and I thought they were really freaking cute. Not all of them am I going to do, and I did kind of like the color combo because it was a little different. So I decided I was going to stitch it on this. I've got a piece of Rainy Day, and this is such a pretty fabric from Atomic Ranch. It's 32 count. And so I'm doing them all individual. The idea is that I'm going to finish these all as ornaments for a tree that one day I will put up, because then, you know, the cat can't break the ornaments. But it's been a while. I mean, we're talking 2022. So it's 2024. I haven't worked on any of these in I don't know how long, and I've got an errant string running around here. So I do want to get back to this. It is really neat, and I enjoy it, and I should be able to get all of them on the same fabric, which was the idea, or all the ones that I want to do. I am probably going to take like some of the Merry Christmas at the bottom. There's a couple of the motifs that I want to kind of change and do those in place of some of the others. And I have kind of played around with the colors, or with the color placement of some of these items. So hopefully you'll be seeing that before too long. And this one, okay, these are like little snack containers. Oh, well, that was just a deal that I found, a sticker that I found. These are little snack containers, but they do work if you have like a handful of floss to keep them all in there so they don't get everywhere. And then this was my, y'all, if you ever have problems with your white stitches, your B5200 Blanc, whatever, get a small cone. You're going to use it. I have like the 100-gram cone, and I just pull off and put them on floss drops, or sometimes I'll even wind them on bobbins, but it seems to stitch so much smoother than pulling it off of a regular skein. I don't know why. I don't know if it's processed less or what. It doesn't have like all the bends and everything, but it is fabulous. And this is a another Tanya bag. The other bag that I had for reflections, this was a flamingo bag. I believe, I can't remember if Vanessa or if Kat gave this to me. All my girls, they know me. So I get all kinds of good flamingo stuff. But this one is definitely a Tanya bag. I mean, it's truly Tanya bag. And then the zippers, you know, you can always tell because that smooth zip. I don't know if you can hear that on there. It's fabulous. So that brings me to, this is a project that has been in the works. Let's see, when did we start this? June 12th of 2021. This is the Dam project. So there are three friends, Dana and Kelly and I, that we all had what we were calling our Dam projects. These are projects that we really love and we want to see them done, but we hate stitching on them because I don't know why. It's just horrible. I have the Dam Dolphins. It's like based on a Christian Lassen picture. Dana took my Dam Dolphins because I screwed up somewhere. I couldn't figure out. I've been working on this sucker off and on since like 1997. And then Dana had the Dam Cats. It was like these different cats. That went to Kelly, and Kelly sent me, as I call it, the Dam Beach Chairs. This is a Dimensions Gold Petite pattern. Okay, so come on, zoom in. There we go. There's a lot in there. There's a lot. It seems supposed to have French knots. Am I doing French knots? No, but I do have beads to put in there. So Kelly sent this to me. She had started it, but she had started it on 18 count Aida. Stupid me, who never bothered to pay it. Or no, it was supposed to be 18 count Aida. For some reason I thought it was supposed to be 14 count Aida. So this is 13 count or 18 count Aida. So I started with a whole new piece for her, and I am not a full coverage person, not at all, because it makes me crazy. So I have got the majority of it stitched, and it is really pretty. However, the back stitching, I still have back stitching to do on this one. We couldn't get it to lay right. I don't know. And I had messed up somewhere in here. Luckily though, okay, so me fussing about the back stitching, just this whole project. Because with Dimensions Gold kits, they had like 3 or 4 strands doing a tenth stitch, a half stitch. And then they had blends, and then they have more blends, and they have, I mean, it's just all kinds of stuff. It's really fabulous. It's really fabulous. But geez, oh Pete. Now I do have some beads that I'm going to put as we're supposed to have French knots in some of the surf area. I am trying to come out with a perfect way to fully finish this so I can send it back to Kelly that way. I've been working on it, Kelly. You know the struggle. You know the struggle. I still don't have the dolphins back. So Dana, I'm putting you on account. No, I'm just kidding. I know how much of a pain in the butt that pattern was. So, and I think Kelly finished the one for Dana. So I've got to get this one finished. So hopefully one day soon it will be done. I have an idea for how I want to fully finish it. I actually have a little charm that goes along with the idea that Tammy found for me. This is in a little bag that Marissa had made me. It's supposed to be like a little notions pouch, but it was perfect for this project. And I don't know, for you guys that do full coverage. Now, with these kits, it is pretty kind of cool because, I mean, it's getting kind of wimped out now. It came with these 2 cards. I ended up, the way that I was taught was to I put my little symbol on there of what it is, and I leave them on there and then just braid them together, and then you can just snip one little thread and pull it out. So I even have like the little clippies down here to hold it on. And then for my blends, I had this little card, and it's a wild and crazy mess. I just put a piece of tape down the center, and then I drew what the symbols were. So that way I would already have my blends and I could just grab what I needed instead of trying to make up the blends and figure them out every time. So it's getting there. I'm hoping I'm going to try to have it done by the end of the year. We're already halfway through October, so, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I figure if I put it on here, then maybe you guys will help put the pressure on me to make sure I get it done. But it'll be beautiful when it's done. I did have a frame that I was going to do for it, and then it turned out that it wasn't going to fly. So that went by the wayside. So I do have some finishes I wanted to show you. Some of these have been finished since 2022. Actually, all three of these I finished in January of 2022. A couple of them I started January and ended by the end of the month. So I don't know how I managed to do that. The first one is, the pattern says the deer, but it's also called the winter deer. And it is by Stitchy Princess Black. She's on Etsy and on Instagram. And I don't even know what color fabric this is. It's got like a blue, yellow, green, and purple. It was just one in a package that I got at probably a stash sale. Come on, zoom in. She's so pretty. I love her. I've got some others by her, and I need to pull them out. But she was just wonderful, and I really loved her. I'll put the link of the information for her down in the info. And this one was from Jukebox Stitchery. I believe this one was a freebie. It was for Golden Girls, because I love me some Golden Girls, because I'm kind of a mix between Dorothy and Sophia. Honestly, that is my life. That is who I am. And this is on a random 28 count, just kind of creamy colored linen. And I wish the colors were coming up. This is coming up more of a brighter red, but this is like a pinky purple, got a little bit of red to it, but it's Thank You for Being a Friend. This is one I'm going to be sending off to Tammy to do. And it's got the initials, for like Betty White and Estelle Getty and, everybody, B. Arthur. So I love it. And the colors were, it made me think of the Red Hat Society. It's hand-dyed by Rolanda, but she doesn't have a color name to it, and it didn't even have a number. I think it was just like a kind of a one-off, but it is so pretty. It's got the dark pinks into a red, into a purple, and it just, I thought it was perfect. It was like a Red Hat Society kind of thing. So I thought it was perfect. And this other one, my last one, this was, we called her Penelope, but it was Plant Love in 2021. It's from Stitch Life Mag. And this was actually an image that was drawn from, I believe her name was it Angie King from Chirp and Whimsy. She's an amazing artist, absolutely amazing artist. And Dana had reached out to her to get her to do this design for us, or if we could turn this into a cross stitch. And so Dana turned it into a cross stitch, and it is wonderful. Now I can tell you that dress gave me heartburn. It gave me some serious heartburn because there's a lot of fractional stitches. And my thought was I was going to go through and I did the whole outline of the dress so that all I had to do was fill in. I did like half stitches. Yeah, I screwed up the half stitches. But the colors in her, oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, there we go. I mean, the colors in her are just beautiful. And I think, let's see, this is a 32 count Lugana. It's called All the Things. It's a really pretty kind of tan color. It's from Mystic Fabrics, but she is beautiful. We even had a needle binder from her, everything. I loved it. The back stitching just made those flowers and everything pop. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So, I think that is about it that I have for you guys today. I'm not putting anything up for future plans because I don't know how I'm going to keep up with what I've got. Yeah. Anyway, now I did want to reach out. There's been so much devastation between Hurricane Helene and Milton. And I have friends and family in several of those areas, and it's heartbreaking. It's just devastating. Some of those areas are absolutely gorgeous. The Proper Stitcher has done a pattern, and it's Go Tell It on the Mountain. And I'll put the information down below. There is a store in Johnson, Tennessee that is going to be doing this, selling this pattern. You can get it digital or you can get it a PDF pattern, but you can contact them and they will give, if you do the PDF, which is probably what I'm going to do, it'll be emailed out to you. And all the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds for the next month will go towards the Hurricane Helene for that area. It was really devastating. I mean, it was just, there are not words. There are not words. And I've experienced floods. It's scary. It's terrifying but I've never experienced it on that level. And it's just heartbreaking. And the fact that our community has just stepped up and offered to do so many things. There was another designer that was going to be doing that as well. I will put up the information. I was going to go ahead and they opened up the ordering yesterday on Saturday, but I didn't want to be one of the ones to help inundate them, because I can only imagine how the community has reached out for this. So there's a second pattern from another designer, and I can't remember who. Check out the Proper Stitcher. She did a video talking about it. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, it was very personal to her. Her sister-in-law was stuck out there, and it's heartbreaking. But our community is amazing, and I know that we can do our part to help out and keep those prayers and thoughts and whatever you can, going out there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I've kind of gone a little bit longer than normal, but I had a lot to show and I've been talking just random because that's what happens. I'm making sure that I got all my notes. I did. Oh, no, I didn't tell you about, I did not. Y'all, I forgot to tell you about the FlossTubers I've been watching lately. So I did go through, and there was some newer FlossTubers, and I think there was a couple other ones that have been doing this for a while. So, and it's been really cool to see our community and how things go, and how all the shout outs and things that people have been doing. It's been really cool. So we have Stitchy Witchy Bee. So she was talking about doing some tea dyeing, some things like that. I gave her some suggestions on some stuff with Rit dye, and oh my gosh, y'all have got to check out her. Well, she does FlossTube, so I can't wait to see her next FlossTube. But on Instagram, she's been showing some of the fabrics. She did this red that was chef's kiss. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm blown away. I cannot wait to see what she ends up doing with that. And so also, Aussie Stitcher in Texas. She was really great, and she's pretty new. Jessica with Jed X Stitch. The Night Owl Stitcher. Adelaide Stitchers. She's doing the 31 Days of Halloween. She has, I believe it's Tiny Modernist. I can't remember, but it's a Halloween calendar. And it has been so cool to see all the stuff all the different ones that she does like a short little video every day in October. It's really great. Catherine Stitches, Knitting at Stitches, Knitting at Stitches. So I just realized she's in my Facebook group for the Threads of Deceit. And I'm like, I've been watching her for quite some time, and I just finally put it together when I watched her video and she was talking about the Threads of Deceit. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know her. So small world, very small world. Lisa McCuddy, I believe, is hers. I'm going to put all the links down there. And Texas Cross Stitchers, this is a very, very first one. It's a mother-daughter, and it was really cute. So it's been neat to see. So I did want to put out, there's it's Chantel Claire 2048. I'm going to be reaching out to you. I didn't say anything in my video last time, a couple weeks ago. Y'all, my brain. But in the video, I said everything is awesome and fabulous like a bazillion times. And so I just put at the very bottom, I just kind of wanted to do a little test, see if anybody actually ever read the notes from the video. And at the very bottom, I got a little sneaky and I said, hey, if you can tell me how many times I said awesome and fabulous, I'll put your name into a drawing. There was one person, only one person, and that was Chantel. So Chantel, I'm going to reach out to you. I have I'm going to send you the information for 123 Stitch, a little gift card from them. And so that way I can send it to you electronically. We don't have to worry about the mail, all that other kind of crazy stuff. So y'all that don't read notes or don't pay attention, you just missed out. Anyway, I just figured I'd toss that out there, something a little bit different, just because I've had such a wonderful outpouring of love on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Not so much, well, Facebook is all my personal people. I have a lot of stitchers on there, but mainly Instagram and YouTube. Yeah, everybody has been amazing, and shout outs and everything else, and just the love that's going out there. It's fabulous, but I wanted to show a little bit back. So hopefully I will be doing some more giveaways later on. I'm coming up on a pretty good amount here before long on subscribers. My goal is once I hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to try to do a pretty good giveaway. I'm sitting just shy of 400 right now, so we've got a little bit to go. Plus, it gives me a chance to save up because I want to do good. I want to do a nice bit for you guys. But anyway, if you liked what you saw, please hit the little bell to be reminded of when I'm going to be doing this. Like, subscribe, leave me comments. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you want to see. If you have questions, things like that. I figured I'll probably eventually bring down a couple of my finishes that I have here, kind of give you a little bit close up of those. And hopefully before too long, once I can get some of these finished stitching items over to Tammy with Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO, that she'll be able to do some fully finished items for me, and so I'll get to show those off so I can finally have something done with them instead of them being rolled up in a stack over there. So okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I just hope that you just do what makes your heart happy, keep on stitching, and just enjoy the rest of your week, or the beginning of the week, I guess it would be. And oh, okay, I'm not done yet. I just thought I was. Okay, so this weekend I am going to the Stitching Bee. The Stitching Bee Dallas. So Stitching Bee did 3 retreats this year, one in Sugar Land, one in Tulsa, and then the one here in Dallas. It is actually put on by one of the ladies, a couple of the ladies that are in my Fort Worth EGA group. So I'm going to be going on Friday. Tanya with Neil and Bone, she's going to be selling her bags out there. I'm going to be stitching with my people. I think we've reserved like 3, maybe 4 tables so far. Like I said, we collect people, so I know we're going to have them all full. But it's going to be exciting, and I will do my best to take pictures. Tanya I put her on task to put me on task to make sure to take pictures, maybe take some video. I might get a chance to talk with some stitchers that are there and see what they're doing. And then hopefully I can share that with you guys and do like a little recap video, like kind of like I did with Annie's. So anyway, okay, I'm shutting up now. Y'all have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.